We're rolling.
Good morning, this is Donna Scribbles. I'm here from Spotlight on Sports and Events from Athens, PA. I have the pleasure this morning of speaking with Kelvin Parker. He's the tournament director of the Bud Light Challenge. Tell us a little bit about your tournament, Parker.
All right, we started, the tournament started based on, I don't know if you remember, the old Lilac Stretch Challenge that used to be in Rochester, New York, 80s, 90s. At that time, I was in junior leagues. I did get the pleasure to bowl at a couple, probably the last 3 or 4 years of its existence. And one day, me and Dave Warner were sitting around, and we're like, it used to be one of the biggest tournaments on the East Coast, so that's basically kind of how this one started, and kind of mirrored that format and kind of just took it and spun over a couple things and just kind of went with it. That's how we got started in 2005.
All right. The format. Explain the format.
Format. They bowlers bowl 6 games. We cut to the top 31 bowlers, with the tournament leader getting a 1-round bye. After that, the first round will consist of the 30 bowlers bowling. They bowl 2-game total pinfall. High score wins, 15 winners, then the tournament leader comes in, and then it's match play, 2-game total pinfall, all the way down to the end.
You have it here at Strike and Spare Lanes in Syracuse due to the size of the venue?
Yes, well, prior to this, we were at Thruway Lanes in Buffalo when they closed 2 years ago. And at that time, we were maxing out the tournament 7 consecutive times. We had a waiting list, so once they closed down and we were forced to move, we thought about it. I knew the manager here. They host everything in Central New York in this bowling center, so then they had 72 lanes, so we gained 12 lanes, so it was kind of like a no-brainer, and this is how we ended up here.
Talking about hosting venues, the last I was here was for junior bowling.
Yep.
So the state
host
brings them here every year, so
Yep.
it's a very nice place to have a tournament. Beautiful facility, great staff. Sponsors. How'd you manage to land the sponsors that you're using?
It was funny. It was interesting. Rob Goncho with EBI had approached us probably 3 or 4 years ago with some interest into sponsoring the tournament. And basically, we got together. Rob had bowled that tournament probably the last 6 or 7 years from back when he lived in Nebraska before he moved to Tennessee. And we just worked some things out, and it became a great partnership. And I mean, I couldn't be more happy with them. Whatever we need, they give. They send reps here to promote their brands, also help their staff members. So it's a really great relationship with them.
Good. Pattern. It's an interesting pattern out there. We watched the doubles last night, and I have to say it looked pretty tough to me.
Yes, that's kind of it's kind of our forte. Everybody knows that anything that we do, we have the pattern hard. Basically, I'm just a firm believer. I guess growing up in the 90s when bowling was really tough and spares was important, I guess I still can't get off of that kick, I guess. So basically, I design all the patterns that we use. And this year is probably the hardest they've been in a long time, which was kind of intentional. But the bowlers know it when they come here. They all know it. It's kind of funny, when I see them, they're like, we'll see you in a few weeks, and we'll bring our spare ball. So everyone knows that the pattern's going to be hard. It's a grind. It's mentally challenging. But in all honesty, the bowlers seem to enjoy it. We've had, like I said, we've had a great following, a great turnout in the past 7, 8, 9 years. So, we've thought about maybe making it a little more easier, but then it's just really not what we do. And after talking to the bowlers, they like the challenge. Once a year, they know when they come here to the Bud Light Challenge, it's going to be a mental grind. So
They're going to earn it.
they're going to earn it. They're going to earn it at the end of the day.
You told us last night, Ray and I talked to you, that it's 37 foot flat.
37 feet flat, 1-to-1 ratio, 31.9 mils of oil. So there's a lot of oil on the lane. It's just in the front 37 feet. That's it. There's no buff to the pattern. It's just it.
And the doubles last night is a preview of the pattern. In other
Yes.
words, if they want to bowl the doubles, they get the opportunity to bowl on it. And it's the same pattern for today?
Yep, it's the same pattern. When we first started out, we used to actually do a triples tournament on Friday night. And that concept started because, as bowlers, we all travel together, but most events are always singles. So when we first started it, we did triples because, most people 2 or 3 in a car. We figured, you always bowl against each other, let's see what happens to be able to bowl with your buddies and kick off the weekend, have some fun, test the pattern. The reason we went from triples to doubles is we actually had got kind of too big and then time consuming. We wasn't getting done until 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
Right.
The turnaround of quick Saturday morning, so that's why we cut it to doubles. But we like to use the same pattern Friday night and Saturday night. It's it's a $100 entry fee for the team. So a lot of guys look at it as a $50 practice session to get ready for Saturday.
Right.
So all in all, it works out. A lot of guys, they don't really care who they, some bowl with their friends, but a lot of guys come, as singles looking for someone to bowl. They don't really care who they want. They just want to bowl and test the pattern out and, see what it's like. So it's worked out really good.
The triples, though, did it go over well when you had the triples?
Triples was good, actually. Like I said, at that time we were growing more and more, so we had to cut it from triples to doubles just to save time. But I thought it actually worked better just because most people come in cars of 2 or 3, stay in a room 2 or 3. So it actually worked better, but time purposes, we had to cut it down.
Sure. I can understand that. Last night, I think you got done about 10:15.
10:15. Last night was probably our fastest paced doubles tournament there was. My big thing is we like to start on time, and I think we were 5 to 10 minutes over last night, which I'll work on next year. But that's one of our big things. We like to start on time, and I think the pace of play was quick last night. We had just 2 teams on a pair, so the flow was a lot better. Last year we did have some extra teams. I think we were like in the 90s, so a lot of pairs had 6 on the lane, so it took a little longer. But last night I think just the pace was a lot better.
Sure. What total entries? 72.
72.
72. Still very good turnout. Tell us a little bit about the past winners of this tournament. Last year, I think it was Rob Gotchel.
Rob Gotchel won last year. Who's employee of EBI. He put the sponsorship together for us. Rob unfortunately couldn't be here to defend the title. He's in Costa Rica. EBI sponsors a big tournament over there, and as a bigwig at EBI, he had to go there. He'll post a bid here, but he promised he'll be back next year.
Good. And prize money, 5,000.
5,000 on top.
Wow.
Guaranteed. It's interesting. We haven't had a repeat winner. We've had international winners. We've had a female champion. So I'm looking forward to this year to see if we actually have our first repeat champion or we'll crown it a new champion.
Now, when you start doing the cuts for today, is there anybody like 50 and over that get automatic buy-in to the finals? Or is there a lady that gets an automatic buy-in to the finals?
The way we do it, we take the top 31. There is a women and senior spot combined. The way it works is if a female or a senior already make the cut, then that's void.
Yes.
So then it's just a top 31 bowlers.
That opportunity goes away.
It goes away. But if in that 30 bowlers there was no senior, no female, then the highest senior female would be put into the cut.
One senior and one female, or just
one?
Just
it's
one
a
of
combined.
them.
Yep, it's a combined category.
Good. I noticed some participants out there, names that I know, is Ryan Schaefer, Matt O'Grady, Mike Rose. I think Bill O'Neill was here last night.
Yeah, Bill O'Neill's bowling.
Just some other ones that from people may pick up on from either television or regionals.
Let's see. You have our past major champions. Anthony Simonson is bowling today. Gary Faulkner Jr. is bowling today. This is actually the first year that we opened it up to allow everyone to bowl. We used to have a rule where if you won a national title in the past 3 years, you couldn't bowl. And after some thinking and consideration, we decided this year, let's see what happens and just open it up to everyone because we would like to think that we're a prestige tournament, so we want to offer the opportunity for everyone to bowl.
Well, I've always been, Ray and I've talked about this many times with the tournaments that we've been involved in. I guess I look at it, if I'm going to go in and bowl a tournament, not that I bowl that much, but I want to go against the best of the best. because that makes that win that much sweeter when that opportunity presents itself.
Yes.
So I agree with you. Entry-wise, you had, what did you say, 185?
It's 184.
184?
Yep.
So how does that compare to last year?
Last year was our first year here in Syracuse, and not quite sure what happened. Not sure if it was a fluke or whatever. But last year we had 250 entries,
Wow.
which was a bit much, a little overwhelming considering that it's one squad. So I don't know if maybe moving to a new area we were able to reach out to some new bowlers that might not have heard about it or could get to Buffalo to bowl where it was there. So. But 180 is, that's a pretty good number.
It
pretty good number.
definitely is a good number.
We're in Buffalo. We used to max out at 210. I do know we moved the event up a month earlier this year.
Okay.
We used to always be the first weekend of November. Last year we were the second weekend of November. But due to the U.S. Open, we didn't want to go against the U.S. Open, so we moved the tournament. And then, there's a few tournaments in this area that are already set in stone on their weekend, so we didn't want to, step on anyone's toes. So this was the open weekend that no one had, so we moved it up a month earlier. So I do know that hurt entries a little bit due to the fact that people knew we were always in November.
Right.
So they made prior commitments in October and just couldn't make it, for whatever reason so it was. So we're happy with the 184 moving it a month earlier, but still one squad, 184 bowlers, and you got some of the best out there.
Yes, you got some of the best in the country out there.
We're happy with it.
Because I noticed there's names from Canada.
Yes, we have probably, I think, off the top of my head, I think there's 34 bowlers bowling from Canada.
Wow.
So,
you can't beat the competition that's out there. You've got some names, big names in the sport. It's great watching. Anybody that's local that would like to come out and watch some great bowling, they really should take this opportunity to see it. I know I enjoyed so much just watching the bowlers and being able to interact with them, because bowlers are very, very friendly people.
yes, they are.
I mean, you can't talk enough about the pros and the way they treat their fans, and they're very cordial. They never say no to autographs, and that's a big thing in the sport today. It's a way to promote it with the juniors out there, that they know they can see their pros and they can talk to them, and they're just like regular people.
I have to say, last night there was an interesting little story. There's a young man here. He's probably 8 or 9 years old, and Bill O'Neill is one of his favorite bowlers.
Yes.
And it was funny because he's talking about how he got the bowling game and beat Bill O'Neill on the bowling game. So he was introduced to Bill O'Neill last night. Adam Barta and Bill O'Neill were bowling doubles together.
Right.
Adam Barta had an extra shirt in the car. He gave it to the young man. Bill O'Neill called him back over. He autographed the shirt for him. It was a fantastic moment.
Yes.
The kid was talking about it all night.
Yes, we were by him when he was talking about it. He couldn't stop talking about it.
Couldn't stop smiling. He was so happy.
And that's what this sport is about. It's a family event. It's great recreation. It's things that people can do together. It's a great social time. That's why leagues are so popular. And these tournaments are a great way to see great bowling in action.
Oh, definitely.
Tell me a little bit about Sunday's format and Sunday's tournament.
Sunday's format, that's the one we use a different pattern. Normally that pattern's a lot easier than what Friday and Saturday is. But it's kind of like we like to look at it as like the last chance, tournament. I mean, with the two events, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, it's a smaller guarantee. It's $2,000 guaranteed first place. But it's just something different to give the guys who might have lost some money this weekend an opportunity to get even or make some money before the weekend's over with. Those that made money, they have an opportunity to keep on winning. But that one's a squad tournament. There's 2 squads. We do a squad cut for each one. It's 1 to 6 off each squad. And then that one's just, we call it our eliminator. It's eliminator finals. We just cut the field in half, and then we just go all the way down to a winner. So it's a fast format because, as a bowler, and back when I was bowling, when you bowled on Sunday, you want it to get done early enough to where if you have a 4 or 5 hour drive, you want to get home by 9, 10 o'clock at night. You got to go to work Monday morning. So that's just kind of our tournament where it's just a faster format. Shots a lot easier. So we just like to call it, say, our last chance tournament. It ends about 4 o'clock on Sunday, so
Gives everybody time for those 4 or 5 hour drives home, for those weekend warriors that faithfully go almost every weekend. And you talked a little bit about the date, and that is a big big issue because there's so many tournaments out there that it's necessary to have your date out early. It's necessary to keep it the same every year because you'll watch the pollers get their smartphones out and say, okay, am I free this weekend? And they already have it keyed in. They know exactly where they're going weekend after weekend. So it is very important to keep the date the same. Do you have the date for next year?
Right now, we're going to schedule it for this same weekend in October of next year. We contemplated going back and forth. I don't think the U.S. Open has announced their date yet. So I'm pretty sure it won't be early October. So I think now, going forward, this will be the date everyone will know. Plus, it helps our guys from Florida know that they can come to upstate New York in October and not have to worry about
cold.
snow. So for them, and we got a few guys from the Midwest too. That, they don't like snow.
That's right.
So they bowled a few in Buffalo that. We had to drive them because they couldn't, drive themselves from the hotel to the airport or to the bowling center. So.
And Buffalo's one of those weird places that lake effect snow. 1 minute it's perfectly fine, and the next they have 7 feet on the ground. And people laugh that they're thinking November, not snow, but they need to go to Buffalo, New York to see that difference.
Yes, I remember one year we had some guys. They came in from Raleigh, North Carolina, and they came in short. It was 75, 80 there when they left, landed in good old Buffalo, New York, and it was a snowstorm. It was bad. It was bad. They shuttled to the hotel, and we have a host hotel normally, so we're all there. They're like, we're gonna rent a car, but we figured it would be the best thing for us to do because we've never driven in snow before.
True. So
we transported them back and forth all weekend. So it ended up being good. Except they couldn't leave till Monday because flights were canceled on Sunday. So they got to stay an extra day. So
and enjoy Buffalo, New York, the beautiful city.
It gives them stories, and they've been back ever since. So.
That's great. When you talk about a host hotel, do you have one for this year?
Yes, we do. We are using Maplewood Inn and Suites in Liverpool, New York. The bowling center actually hooked us up with them last year. That's who they use for all their events to come in. Last year, they had renovated everything. It was kind of interesting. We checked in last year and went up. We're on the second floor. We're like, why are there beds in the hallway? That's how new everything was. That every room did not have the beds in them yet. So
I think that's a necessary part of the room.
They were like, but yeah, it was great. Everything had the brand new smell in it. They've actually remodeled more. They have a restaurant there now, bar, patio. They're great. They give us a good rate. So they also offer a shuttle for those that don't want to rent a car to fly in or hang out a little too late at the bowling center tonight. They will come over and pick them up, take them back to the hotel. So they've been great to work with.
Good. Is there anything you want to add?
I actually would like to add. I know a lot of people wonder about our brackets. They're done by Hans and his wife Jen. They've been doing our brackets since Bud Light Challenge number 2. I think they're the best in the business. They also run a tournament in January, which I would like to mention. It's the first week of January 6th through the 8th. They moved it actually here to this venue at Strike and Spare. It used to be in Utica forever, and last year they moved here. They saw how well the bowling center ran and the location of everything, so now they run their tournament here. So I'd like to say, anybody looking for something to do January 6th through the 8th, come bowling. The balls are open, and it's a perfectly ran tournament.
Is it a singles event?
Singles event, yep, multiple squads. So
great. Well, Parker, I keep calling you Parker, and
okay.
I get Parker in my mind, but it's Kelvin Parker. Sorry about that.
I answered anything.
I do that too, but we really appreciate you taking the time to talk to Spotlight on Sports and Events. And anybody that wants to see this video can do it on spotlightsandsportsandevents.net. We have a tournament of our own coming up in November. It's November 18th and 19th, and it's a doubles tournament. It's the first one that we've put on. It's at $6,000 first place. It's down at Valley Bowling Center in Waverly, New York. Greg always puts on a good event. Has some top-of-the-line equipment out there to use, so please come down and think about coming to that tournament. Again, this is Donna Scribbins with Spotlight on Sports and Events, and I want to thank Kelvin Parker for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you, and I can tell you that The plan right now is I am supposed to make my return to tournament bowling in Waverly at the doubles tournament in a month and a half.
Well, we appreciate that.
Everybody want to come out and see who hasn't bowled a tournament in 3 years and have some laughs? I will be there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Kelvin.